Wednesday practice, as always. Let me know in the chat that you have a question and we'll get rolling. And we'll get started with David Bush from Bear Insider. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, Coach. Any update on the injuries today from yesterday?
Yeah, Jeremiah Hunter would be day to day. So there's a possibility he could go. Coin Dang is doubtful, as is Justin Baker.
Okay. And how did practice go today?
It was a really good practice, actually. We had everybody out there, very competitive, a lot of back and forth with the offense and the defense. And, I just don't know that these guys know any different. They go out and practice and work on their craft and compete. And it was the same today. So it was a really, really good practice.
Looking back at UCLA, can you, now that you've had 3 or 4 days to digest it, anything in particular jump out that you could have done better?
Yeah, we could have done a lot of things better, David. We watched that on Sunday. We watch it on the flight home, and we watch it again on Sunday a few different times, and then we go over it as a staff, and then we review it with our players on Monday. And so, there was a number of things. Really talked about this yesterday, I believe, but the speed, their speed on offense gave us some issues. The perimeter game, tackling was an issue on defense. We didn't win very many one-on-ones, whether it was tackling, pass rush. We didn't make very many plays on Saturday night on defense, and offensively we really struggled to get in a rhythm, running or throwing. And we expected to play much better than that. Have a ton of respect for UCLA. They are playing really good football right now and got some really good players. And unfortunately, we didn't give ourselves much of a chance to win due to some of the, shortcomings we ran into. And so need to be better than that this week. There's no doubt about it.
Thanks.
Then we go to Trace Travers.
Yeah, Coach, you guys announced earlier that you're honoring Dog at this USC game. Just can you kind of tell us what that means for you guys to get to honor him and, celebrate a man who wanted to be shot out of the cannon after he passed?
Man, we miss Dog. Dog was here for, oh my gosh, half a century almost, and standing at the front of the tunnel, was there. Rain or shine, was a part of the program, loved Cal football as much or more than anybody. And he is, everybody that comes back here who is familiar with Cal football, he was the first person people would aim to see was Dog Turner. And we miss him. And we got a plaque that honors Dog with the fist and the ring on it. That he used to, his one saying, as every player, every person that walked by, he'd say, "It's a great day to be a Bear," and give everybody a fist bump. So we got that at the top of the stairs now to honor him. And then it'll be great for his family to be here on Saturday night and give him his due. But we sure miss Dog.
I have a joke, but I will not make it. Thank you, Coach.
All right. We go to Steve Croner. Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, Justin, I know SC's obviously had some injury issues as well, but what impresses you most about the Trojans who will be coming here Saturday night?
Yeah, they've recruited well for a number of years down there, and they're a very talented group. I mean, offensively, the quarterback room, they got multiple guys that are, very talented at the quarterback position. Running game has been strong. I mean, they're averaging 30 points. I think they put over 60 up combined in the last 2 games, and fast at wide out. So they got some talented guys on offense. It's pretty easy to see when you turn on the tape. Defensively, have been multiple early in the season. This past few games, a little bit more nickel defense, but have a good nickel, 2 good edge players. Interior guys are very talented. Thule is a talented guy. And then the linebacker 26 makes a ton of plays for him. So, they're a very, very athletic group. I mean, that's kind of what they always are. And they're no different this year. And so we expect them to come out and play their best.
You know, in any game, there's the X's and O's part of it, and there's the emotion, you know, mentality part of it. Is there one that's more important, do you think, Saturday night, the emotion, mentality, or the X's and O's?
Well, I think it's all important, Steve. To play winning football, you need to have all of it. And I know our guys are excited to play, and it's been they're a prideful bunch, and they care about their teammates and the team, and they've had a great week of practice. It's emotional for them because a lot of these guys, this last time they're donning that jersey, last time that some of them will play college football. And so, that's a lot to think about during the week, but the best that we can all do is have a, really good week of practice and do our best to honor the guys that have served the program for so many years.
Great, thank you.
Okay, we'll go to Jake Curtis. Go ahead, Jake.
Yeah, Justin, are you glad that you have another game given what happened against USC?
I'm sorry.
Are you, hold on, sorry. Are you glad you have another game given what happened against UCLA? I meant.
Yeah, I mean, coaches and players want to play. This is why we do this, and you put in a lot of time and effort into building game plans and building skill and the off season and strength and conditioning and all the training and practice that goes into this. So there's a limited number of chances that you get, and so anytime you have a chance to play, we don't take that for granted. And like I said before, the guys care a great deal about their own individual play, and they care about their teammates. And I think that's the reason that they practice like they did today, because they truly care about each other, and it matters to them. And so we know that SC is a talented football team, and we need to go play well to win the game. And so that's not lost on them. And I guess the long answer to your question is, yeah, anytime you have a chance to compete with your teammates, we'll be excited to do that.
And on
Go ahead,
another
Trace.
subject, I know you,
Go ahead, Jake, if you have a follow-up.
yeah, on another subject, I know you addressed this yesterday regarding Dang, but help me understand it. I mean, with the 6-year limit, but then with the pandemic thing, do you know whether he could come back if he wants to?
Yeah, so a number of those guys there are guys that have that option and guys that don't, based on their number of years that they've been here. So the COVID year, some of the guys don't have that option and some do. And Coyne technically would. As I mentioned before, there'll come a time, postseason that we're going to visit with all those guys who have those decisions to make and help them along the way by providing them information. And then we can either have a Zoom or a report that we'll send out to you that identifies what everybody's doing. But we're going to have all the seniors are going to be involved in senior night tomorrow, or Saturday night, excuse me. They're all going to walk and go through it. Is there a chance that a few of them come back? That's absolutely, there's that chance. We just don't want to, right now they're focused on the game. They're focused on this week of practice, and they'll have some decisions to make in coming weeks, but we don't want them to have to decide before Saturday, and just because it's senior night. So they're all going to go through with it, and there's a chance that we could have some guys join us back again, but that'll be announced at a later date.
Yeah, no, I get all that. I was just wondering, because of his really unusual situation, would he have that option?
Yes.
We'll go to Trace Travers now. Go ahead, Trace.
Yeah, Coach, I wanted to continue on that front. What exactly, you said you provide them with information. What does that information, I guess, take the form of, look like for them?
We will help them with the process, get some feedback from the NFL on guys that, have that want that opportunity, that, dream of playing in the NFL, like most of them do. And there will be times when getting some feedback from the NFL would tell them, now is a good time. There's a lot of things that are taken under consideration: how much they've played, injury history, number of people at their position. There's just a lot that goes into that, and we'll help them get some of that feedback and then let them make the decision that's best for them. Mm-hmm.
And do you have a number of seniors that you expect to walk on Saturday, or?
Yeah, oh yeah, there's a bunch of them. I have them listed here, but I don't, 28.
28, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
There's also a list, guys, in the game notes, so you can find them in there. Okay, we'll go to Steve Croner.
Yeah, Justin, the game at SC in 2018, certainly one of the biggest wins in your tenure, one of the biggest wins in Cal football in the last 15, 20 years. Can you take anything from that game and apply it Saturday night?
I just, that was a couple years ago, and different teams, different dynamics, different strengths and weaknesses. Some of the schematics have changed and tweaked a bit. So I don't think that there's much that we would, we don't break that game down, for example. No.
Go back to Jake Curtis. Go ahead, Jake.
Yeah, Justin, what player would you say has made the most improvement over the year?
Over the course of this year?
Yeah.
Oh boy, Jake, you put me on the spot here.
That's the idea.
Yeah. Man. That's a hard one for me because so many of these guys have made strides. I mean, I think about, a lot of times you'll think of a freshman or a sophomore that's got a lot better, and we have a number of those. I mean, think about offensively, a guy like Ben Coleman, who's come a long way since a year ago. But even veteran guys have improved, and so defensively, some of those young freshmen, DBs, Lou Hearns and Nate Ricina, guys stepping in, playing better and better. But, I think, Elijah Hicks has played the best football of his career, the past month. And so I don't know. It'd be hard for me to pick one, Jake. I know you'd like me to, but that's a tough task there.
He gave me a few.
Yeah.
Hey guys, anybody with a final question for Coach? Okay, we'll see everybody Saturday night. Thanks, Coach.